Wealth Planning Partners. I'm Brian Ramsey, and this week we're going to title this post, What's My Number? Now what we're referring to is what's your retirement number? If you can remember, there was a commercial many years ago from an insurance company. It was quite cute. It was a bunch of people walking around the neighborhood, and they were holding a number, and some would say like 600,000, and there were a few over 1 million, but they had this one guy they sort of followed, and he said a bazillion. And really the purpose of the commercial was to say you need to identify how much money you need to have saved throughout your working career in order to support your lifestyle in retirement. Very cute commercial. Really what we would look at is not necessarily the total amount of assets, it's the probability number. And we're going to get to that in just a minute. But the reason this post even came up, we had a prospective client that we're doing some planning for, the beginning stages of planning, and we were walking through their balance sheet with them, and they asked the question, and they were about 50 years old, and they said, hey, based on my age and how many assets I have saved thus far in my life, sort of how do I compare with other 50-year-olds? And I said, that's incredibly difficult to say. And I referred back to this commercial because most of the folks in that commercial are, let's say, around middle age or around 50 or so. And the numbers varied. There was anything from 400,000 or 500,000 up to over 1 million. And then the one guy that said a bazillion, but let's take him out of the picture for a second. But again, I think that's important, and I'm not sure the commercial intended to do this, but I think the message was the numbers vary greatly from client to client, and it's all based on your spending habits and what we call your monthly lifestyle. And so what I always refer to clients is say, look, it's very difficult to say because I may have a 50-year-old that has $300,000 saved, and that is more than enough to support their lifestyle when they turn 65 years old. Now there's some growth in there, but that $300,000 will grow to a point to where it is more than enough to sustain that client's lifestyle throughout retirement. We have other clients that have over 1 million at 50 years old, and that's not quite enough, and so they need to save more, or it needs to grow at a higher rate until they get to 65 years old because they need more money to support their lifestyle in retirement. So the numbers are all over the board. Now, what we tell clients is it's not necessarily about the amount of assets that you saved. It's the probability that what you've saved will support your lifestyle from retirement until death. And so we have software that allow you to do that. And really what we're looking for is a probability number of greater than 90, so 90% in this case. But that's really what we look for. It's not necessarily about the total amount of assets, although that number will give you the lifestyle you need, but it's really about what's the probability of your assets providing you the lifestyle that you want to live from the day you retire until the day you pass away. And that's really what we're trying to answer. So when we talk about sort of what's your number with clients, it's really about what's your probability number. And that's where we want to make sure it's over 90%. But I've got a lot more detail on that. If you want to give us a quick call, be more than happy to explain it. If you want to come in for a free consultation, do that as well. You can call us on the phone number that's going to pop up here on the screen. You can go to FamilyWealthPlanningPartners.com and register for a complimentary meeting. You can catch any of our other blogs. But that's it this week. So again, this is a quick recap. When we talk about what's your number, what's your retirement number, yes, we have to know the asset count and the volume of assets you'll have at retirement. But really what we're talking about is what's the probability that your assets will support your lifestyle from the day you retire until the day you pass away. So that's really what we look for. It's not a bazillion. I don't know what the number is, but it varies widely from one client to another, and it's all based on your monthly lifestyle. And that's what we look for. So if you've got questions, give us a call. If you want to register to receive our blog every week, you can do that as well on the website. But visit us, FamilyWealthPlanningPartners.com, or you can give us a call at the number here on the screen. I'll be happy to talk with you. That's it for this week, and we'll see you next week.